What's the relationship between the universal quantifier and the existential one? It's a relationship of duality. So the rule, if we have a statement, let's call this statement A, and if we have a statement, so how can we convert a statement that has a universal quantifier to one that has an existential quantifier in front of A? Well, the rule is that for all x is the same as negation of there exists x negation again. So does this make sense? Well, it does actually if we sort of read it out. It makes sense with the English words that we're using to describe these concepts. If I say for all x, A is true, that's the same as saying there's no x for which A is false. And we have the same relationship go the other way. If I say there exists an x for which A is true, that's the same as saying it's not the case that for all x, A is false. And this is where we can also get ways to convert negations of quantifiers. So let's say I had the negation of this statement, then that should be equivalent to the negation of this statement. And since we've got two negations in a row, I can cancel them out in the logic that we're using. And does that make sense? Well, I'm saying it's not the case that for all x, A is true. That's the same as saying there's some x for which A is false. And the same over here. If it's not the case that there's some x for which A is true, I can add my negation here again and cancel them out. And that's the same as saying it's not the case that there exists an x for which A is true, is the same as saying for all x, A is false. So let's have a look at number 8 of the previous exercises, for example. And we were trying to symbolize that everyone in the throne room is safe. And we wrote that as for all x, if x is in the throne room, then x is safe. Now, using the rule that we've learnt, this for all x could be written as there does not exist an x for which it is false, for which the following is false. Tx implies sx. And now I can have a look at this part over here, and that's the negation of a conditional. And so another way to write the negation of the conditional is equivalently Tx and not Sx. So I've rewritten this part as this part. So the negation that does not exist in X. And so that's why all these three ways are equivalent, and that's why there's always multiple ways to express something that to express a statement in predicate logic that has quantifier in it because of this relationship of duality between the two quantifiers.